Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. My name is Mike. If you're from the Captain Kleeman channel, this is not it. This is the second channel. It's called Kleeman. It's shorter videos, content that still makes good videos of the stuff we're working on, but stuff that doesn't really fit in to the big picture items that we're working on the Captain Kleeman channel, like right now the dump truck build and getting ready to get back started on the YouTube yacht. Today, we're gonna be doing some work with my little cordless Ryobi, and I just bought this rig. We've had this power unit for a while, but I bought myself the pole saw unit, and we're gonna be running some Hipa chains. We got some cleanup to do out in the woods and some cleanup to do over here. We've been slowly but surely getting the mess cleaned up from the wood splitting pile. We're moving that operation to a different section of the property, and we're down to this pile. We gotta get that cleaned up as well. I reviewed that website last time as far as the chains went, and I'm still running them. I still like them. You guys can see how they're holding up. They sell like carburetors. I got a carburetor adjustment tool from them as well. I've had one previously a few years ago and ended up buying another one because I needed a new tachometer. All kinds of stuff on that website and really great deals. But if you want to check it out, I'll put a link below. If you don't, then don't. Makes no difference to me. Let's get to work. You can see I've already thrown the chain on this thing, so we gotta fix that first. I've been using this for clearing vines and briars and things like that so far, and I have really liked it. I think I paid 120 bucks for it. We've had that power unit for a couple years, and if you've been with the Captain Kleeman channel, you know I don't really take care of my tools. That thing lives in the weather, and surprisingly it's held up really well. No partnership there, that's just my experience with it. I want to get this pile of bark moved out of the way first though. Oldest wanted to earn some money today, but she's got a broken wrist. Roller skating accident. Life's crazy sometimes. So about all she can do today is drive. Now she's going around the side by side. She's going to dump this over at the compost for us. Perfect. Raised beds are holding up great, by the way. Admiral's got the seeds started in the basement right now. Got a walkout basement. Won't be long, we'll be planting. Peach trees are coming on too, which is pretty cool. This is the second year for the peach trees. We may lose the tailgate here on this one. That's okay. So we got like 3 loads of chips. They're doing some power line right-of-way clearing, and they mulched a bunch of chips up. We got 3 loads of chips, that's what's left. Under this is the compost we had over the past few years. Rolled the compost, put a layer of chips on top to hold the heat in. I'll take the little tractor and throw that and mix it all together. We do hot style compost. The only thing, when you get chips from the power line right-of-way companies, they mulch their trash too, so sometimes you get some plastic water bottles with it. But still, a fella can't beat free chips. And they mulch their Michelob Ultra cans. That's okay. Well, no judgment. So we're actually back on the YouTube yacht road right now. I got some trash I need to pick up here from where we were doing some backhoe work. We're on the YouTube yacht road. We're gonna start back by the yacht, which is right behind you. And we're working our way out. I'm gonna take this pole saw and limb some of these trees up. Well, I'll show you why. It'll all make sense. But we're taking this all over to the burn pile. We're going to go ahead and lose the tailgate, because if we don't, we will by dumping all these sticks, that's for sure. This is one of the big reasons I wanted the pole saw. We've got this, we call it green briar. I don't know what the technical name for it is. It's invasive here, it runs rampant. It climbs up any little tree that grows, chokes out all the new growth. It just makes a mess of things. And the bigger trunks of that are way back in there. So with the pole saw, I'm hoping I can kind of reach in there and cut those. Now that feller's got a little bit of a chance there. A little bit. It's handy having her drive, because then I can sit here and work on trimming some stuff until she gets back. She's gonna get that load dumped and we'll keep on moving. Right there. Yeah, you got that walkie-talkie handy, though? The walkie-talkie. Yeah. You want to say something? You know that old hound dog, that stray dog that's been running around? And our old Charlotte. Look what they had. Christmas Day. This little pup was born. Only one pup. Okay, Charlotte's probably, how old do you think Charlotte is? 12. Yeah, probably 12 years old. She's an old dog herself. Christmas Day. Blueberry, that's what we named it. Yeah, you're good there. Bless you. Right there. All right, hold on a sec. Okie dokie. Beautiful. So I want to show you why we're doing what we call limbing up. You can see where these limbs are. This is a younger poplar. You can see where this, what we call green briar is, where it's hanging on those. Well, let me show you what some of the other trees. And keep in mind, it's not just the green briar. We've got other vines that do the same thing. But when you've got low branches like that, it'll latch onto those low branches, and then as the tree grows, it'll pull that up with it, which allows it, here's some right here, to keep climbing up the tree. So even trees like that, it can still get up to some pretty good height. That fella right there, that's probably 10 or 12 feet up in the air. Here's another good example. See how it got onto those lower branches? And it's just using those as a foothold to climb its way up. You can see our property, most of the briars, the thorns, 6 foot or less, they're down. And as we get new trees, we limb them up. We try to really pay close attention to them and give them a chance to get up into the air, into the canopy, so they can be healthy. Let me show you the neighboring property. So we've cleared pretty much down the property line for these dead trees. This little cherry tree, yeah, this little cherry tree's on our property. But you can see where our stuff is at. We try to do a decent job of keeping everything beat down the best we can with the resources we have. But then you look over to that property over there, which there's no housing, there's no nothing. That's just some people that own some acreage, so they don't really put a whole lot of effort into it. You can see a lot of that stuff is way up in the trees. There's not a lot of big old growth trees, and it's because the younger stuff just never really has a chance. It only gets up so high before it gets smothered out, like this fella right here. In a couple years, that's going to break off, and it's going to do like that guy right there. It's going to die. The top's going to be pulled down. The floor is going to be laid with fuel for fire, like this that we got to get cleaned up. That came off the neighbor's property. Oh, it's a lot of work maintaining this. This was never really an old growth stand. I think it used to be pasture land or something that was clear cut a long time ago, and it's just kind of grown back up on its own. It's never really been managed per se, and we don't have a forestry management plan by any means. We've never had a forester come out, but we just kind of go through and do the common sense things a little at a time to try to give everything a chance. Last thing I want to get knocked out this afternoon is this tree that we just talked about that blew down off of the neighbor's property. There's a lot of deadfall that's come off their property over the years. It's not that big of a deal. We get it cleaned up. That's good. You can pull forward. She's out. Forward's going to be the other direction there. Yep. All right, hold on. There we go. So that's that area cleaned up. I've been told it's good to leave quite a few of those little sticks back behind for the humus, they say. We just try to keep enough picked up that's not crazy forest fire fuel. Still leave enough around for the critters and whatever the ground needs. And I am no expert, by the way. I've just done some research on the internet, had some tips and tricks from some friends that are in the industry, suggestions of ways to help keep this thing under control, so that's what I do it. Pole saw is gonna be awesome, especially reaching into those briar patches and getting those bigger chunks. Love that. As far as the chains go, I haven't had any issues with them. I still keep my name brand chains, like my Husqvarna X chain, and I got some steel chains that I run on my 372 or my 55. I think those are good chains if I'm gonna go out, cut all day and make some money. But for a price point chain that I'm just using around the property, that I don't care if it skips off a rock while I'm clearing, or I don't care if it jumps off the bar and screws something up, yeah, I think they do a pretty decent job. No issues there. We'll get my chauffeur to take me back to the house. That's all we're doing on this one, a little bit of property maintenance. We got some property maintenance coming up on some future ones, some water things over at the goat barn and the chicken barn, and some updates on the gym project where we're doing a little bit of security measures down there. So if you want to see some behind the scenes stuff and some of the smaller things that keep the main channel going, then this is the channel for that. I can't thank you guys enough for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.